Velocity of center of mass is the rate of displacement of center of mass, that is dr by dt. That you can write as m1 v1 plus m2 v2 etc. for n number of particles mn vn by total mass m1 plus m2 plus etc. Here m1 v1 is the momentum of first particle, so we can write v1 bar, m2 v2 momentum of second particle, etc. mn vn is the momentum of nth particle by mass of n particles m1 plus m2 plus etc. up to mn. Here if you take total mass to the left side, total mass into velocity of center of mass will represent momentum of center of mass Tc bar, which is the product of mass into velocity of center of mass. You can write as P1 bar momentum of first particle plus P2 bar momentum of second particle, etc. so on is equal to momentum of nth particle. Momentum of center of mass is equal to vector sum of the momentums of individual particles. Next, acceleration of center of mass is rate of change of velocity, that is dv by dt is equal to m1 differentiation of v1 bar is nothing but a1 bar. Similarly, m2 differentiation of v2 bar plus etc. so on mn en bar by total mass of the system m1 plus m2 plus etc. so on. So here a1, a2, a3 etc. an are the accelerations of the particles of masses m1, m2 etc. mn. Then acceleration of center of mass you can write as m1 a1 plus m2 a2 plus etc. mn an by m1 plus m2 plus etc. mn. And this we can write as here m1 a1 is the force experienced by first particle, m2 a2 force experienced by second particle, etc. so on. mn an force experienced by nth particle by mass of all particles. You can write as capital M or m1 plus m2 plus etc. force experienced by center of mass, which is equal to m into this is equal to nothing but f1 plus f2 plus f3 etc. so on up to f. So force experienced by the center of mass is equal to the vector sum of the forces experienced by the individual particles. And here these here the force experienced by the center of mass may be due to internal forces or due to external forces. Here vector sum of the internal forces experienced by any system is equal to 0. So center of mass is only under the influence of external forces. Means the motion of the center of mass or velocity of center of mass or acceleration of the center of mass is only because of external force. Their internal forces never influence the state of the center of mass. For example, when you have taken a stationary shell, its initial momentum is 0. And after the explosion, it flies off in different directions in the form of different fragments. Now, vector sum of the momentums even after explosion equal to 0, because explosion is due to internal forces. Here there is no external force. When there is no external force, the total momentum of the shell before explosion and after explosion are equal. we project the shell with a certain velocity and it explodes into fragments at a certain point in the air. When it explodes into fragments, these fragments fly off in different directions. Even though different fragments fly off in different directions, the center of the mass will follow the same path. Due to external force applied here initially, it travels in parabolic path. Even though there is an explosion at the mid-air, different fragments fly off in different directions, but center of mass path doesn't change because the forces that experienced by the system due to the explosion are internal forces. For example, if you take two particles of masses m1 and m2, initially their center of mass is at C1. Now they are moving under their mutual force of attraction. So what are the mutual forces here? Internal forces. These are action and reaction forces. So net force act on the system is how much? 0. System అంటే ఇక్కడ m1 m2 2 particles ని మనం కన్సిడర్ చేయాలి. ఈ 2 particles మీద total force ఎంత అవుతుంది? 0. When net external force act on the system is 0, then the properties of center of mass doesn't change. ఆ 2 particles మూవ్ అవుతున్నప్పుడు కూడా వాటి సెంటర్ ఆఫ్ మాస్ C1 దగ్గరే ఉంటుంది. సో ప్రాబ్లమ్స్లో మిమ్మల్ని ఎలా అడుగుతా అంటే ఇనీషియల్ సెపరేషన్ బిట్వీన్ ద మాసెస్ D అనుకుంటే అవి ఎక్కడ మీట్ అవుతాయి లేదా m1 డిస్ప్లేస్మెంట్ ఎంత ఇలా అడుగుతారు. సో అవి ఎక్కడ మీట్ అవుతాయి? ఎప్పుడు కూడా వాటి సెంటర్ ఆఫ్ మాస్ దగ్గర మీట్ అవుతాయి. ఎందుకని? ఇంటర్నల్ ఫోర్సెస్ ఎప్పుడు కూడా సెంటర్ ఆఫ్ మాస్ పొజిషన్ చేంజ్ అయ్యాయి కాబట్టి అవి మీట్ అయ్యేటప్పుడు కూడా సెంటర్ ఆఫ్ మాస్ దగ్గర మీట్ అవుతాయి. సో సెంటర్ ఆఫ్ మాస్ దగ్గర మీట్ అయినప్పుడు m1 ట్రావెల్ చేసే డిస్ప్లేస్మెంట్ x1, m2 ట్రావెల్ చేసే డిస్ప్లేస్మెంట్ x2 అనుకుంటే ఇక్కడ x1 అనేది అవుతుంది డిస్టెన్స్ ఆఫ్ సెంటర్ ఆఫ్ మాస్ ఫ్రమ్ m1. ఎంతరా x1 అది? x1 is equal to m1 into d by m1 plus m. If you take another example, suppose a man stands on a floating boat. There is no friction between the water and the boat. Here it floats on water. Total length of the boat, take that as L. Man stands at one end of the boat. And he walks to the second end. Then what is the backward displacement of the boat? You ask. Take the mass of the man as small m and mass of the boat as capital M. Mass of man small m, mass of boat capital M. And man walks from one end to the second end of the boat. From one end to second end means how much distance he walks? Capital M. ఇక్కడ మ్యాన్ వాక్ చేసిన ప్లేస్ ఏది? బోట్ మీద వాక్ చేస్తున్నాడు ఇక్కడ. కాబట్టి దీన్ని ఏమంటామంటే డిస్ప్లేస్మెంట్ ఆఫ్ మ్యాన్ విత్ రెస్పెక్ట్ టు బోట్. Displacement of man with respect to boat. Displacement of the man with respect to boat. I am writing x m d. Displacement of man with respect to boat. దీన్ని ఏం రాయొచ్చు మనం? వన్ డైమెన్షనే కాబట్టి నేను వెక్టార్ ఫామ్ రాయట్లేదండి. డిస్ప్లేస్మెంట్ ఆఫ్ ద మ్యాన్ మైనస్ డిస్ప్లేస్మెంట్ ఆఫ్ ద బోట్. ఎంత? Displacement of the man x1 is equal to L plus x2, and we can write total displacement of center of mass is equal to m1 x1 plus m2 x2 by m1 plus m. So ఇక్కడ m1 ని మ్యాన్, m2 బోట్ అనుకుంటే మ్యాన్ బోట్ మోషన్స్ దేని వల్ల ఉన్నాయి? ఇక్కడ ఇంటర్నల్ ఫోర్సెస్ వల్ల. And we know that internal forces does not influence center of mass. So even though there is a displacement of man and displacement of the boat, there is no displacement of center of mass due to internal forces. So here displacement of center of mass is equal to 0. 0 into m1 plus m2 0. Next m1, mass of the man, small m. And what is the displacement of the man? L plus xb plus mass of the boat, capital M, and displacement of the boat, I am writing xb. So implies displacement of the boat is equal to minus small m into L by small m plus capital. This is the expression for displacement of the boat, where negative sign represents when man walks on the boat towards right side, boat moves in left side direction. So ఇదే ప్రాబ్లంలో ఒకవేళ మనకి డిస్ప్లేస్మెంట్స్ బదులు వెలాసిటీస్ ఇచ్చిన ఇదే కండిషన్ వస్తుంది. సో డిస్ప్లేస్మెంట్ ఆఫ్ ద బోట్ ని డిఫరెన్షియేట్ చేసాను ఉంటుంది విత్ రెస్పెక్ట్ టు టైం. ఏమవుతుంది? వెలాసిటీ ఆఫ్ ద బోట్ ఇస్ ఈక్వల్ టు మైనస్ m ఇంటూ L అంటే ఏంటి? డిస్ప్లేస్మెంట్ ఆఫ్ ద మ్యాన్. డిస్ప్లేస్మెంట్ ఆఫ్ ద మ్యాన్ ని విత్ రెస్పెక్ట్ టు టైం డిఫరెన్షియేట్ చేస్తే వెలాసిటీ ఆఫ్ ద మ్యాన్. ఎందుకంటే మాసెస్ కాన్స్టెంట్, వెయిట్ తీసుకొచ్చండి, స్మాల్ m ప్లస్ క్యాప్. దిస్ ఈస్ ద velocity of the boat when man walks on the boat right side with velocity v, where negative sign represents if man moves right side forward, then boat's velocity is in left side direction. Coming to the first example problem, two particles of masses 10 kg and 30 kg are lying on a straight line. The 10 kg mass is shifted towards 30 kg by a distance of 2 cm. By what distance would the 30 kg mass be shifted so that the position of their center of mass doesn't change? Here, we had given two masses, m1 10 kg and m2 30 kg. And these two are separated by certain distance. Here 10 kg shifted towards 30 kg by distance 2 cm. So displacement of 10 kg x1 is 2 cm along positive x-axis. So I am writing positive. Right side I am considering as positive x-axis. By what distance would the 30 kg mass be shifted? Means he asked to find displacement of 30 kg mass, so that the position of center of mass doesn't change. There is no change in the position of center of mass, means x center of mass is equal to 0. So what is our formula for x center of mass? X center of mass is equal to m1 x1 plus m2 x2 by m1 plus m2. X center of mass is 0. 0 into m1 plus m2 0. Here m1 is 10 kg and displacement of x center of mass is 2 cm plus m2 30 into, we have to find displacement of 30 kg, so that there is no shift in the position of center of mass. So x2 is equal to minus 2 by 3 cm. It means that x2 has to be shifted along negative x-axis, that is left side, by 2 by 3 cm. This is the condition. A trolley of mass, coming to the second problem. A trolley of mass 360 kg is lying on a horizontal frictionless surface. A man of mass 40 kg runs with uniform speed on a trolley by a distance 2 meter in 0.5 seconds. What is the velocity of the trolley relative to the earth? Here man walks on trolley, means velocity of the man with respect to trolley, that we can write as velocity of man minus velocity of trolley is equal to, how much I had given, 2 meter in 0.5 seconds. So distance covered 2 by time is 0.5 seconds. 2 by 0.5 you can write as 4 meter per second. From this you can write velocity of man with respect to earth is equal to 4 plus velocity of the trolley with respect to earth. And now apply the x center of mass. Velocity of center of mass is equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2 by m1 plus m2. So take m1, mass of the man, as 40 kg, and m2, mass of the trolley, as 360 kg. And here velocity of the man is nothing but v1 and velocity of the trolley is v2. Here when man walks on the trolley, force applied by man and trolley and force applied by trolley and man are internal forces. Internal forces never change the velocity of center of mass. So we see value 0 is equal to mass of the man 40 into velocity of the man 4 plus vt plus mass of the trolley 360 into velocity of the trolley by m1 plus m2. The m1 plus m2 left side at 0 into any value 0. Now you can write velocity of the trolley is equal to minus 0.4 meter per second. Example problem 3. Two blocks of masses 2 kg and 1 kg respectively are tied to the ends of a string which passes over light frictionless pulley. The masses are held at rest at the same horizontal level and then released. What is the distance traveled by the center of mass in 2 seconds? Take g value as 10 meter per second square. So, ఈ ప్రాబ్లంలో మనకి 2 kg 1 kg సస్పెండ్ అయ్యింది. సో ఇటువైపు వెయిట్ ఎక్కువ ఉంటే లోడ్ మొత్తం కూడా అటువైపు మూవ్ అవుతుంది. సో ఇక్కడ 2 kg వెయిట్ ఎక్కువ కాబట్టి 2 kg అప్లై చేసే ఫోర్స్ ఎంత ఇక్కడ 2g అంటే g వాల్యూ 10 కాబట్టి 20 న్యూటన్ అండ్ 1 kg experiences gravitational force 1 into g, that is 10 Newton. So ఇటువైపు ఫోర్స్ ఎక్కువ ఉంది, లెఫ్ట్ సైడ్ 20 Newton ఎక్కువ ఉంది కాబట్టి total system is moving towards 2 kg side with net acceleration a. So if you take net acceleration a, net acceleration is equal to net force. So 20 downward pull చేస్తుంటే 10 ఏం చేస్తుంది అపోజ్ చేస్తుంది. సో నెట్ ఫోర్స్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు 20 minus 10 by total mass 2 kg plus 1 kg which is 10 by 3 meter per second. This is the acceleration of the two particles. So if you take 2 kg as m1 and 1 kg as m2 and take upward acceleration as positive and downward as negative. So for m2 acceleration a2 is in what direction? Upward. So we have to take plus a plus what is a value 10 by 3 meter per second. Similarly a1 acceleration we have taken, it is downward. So take downward as negative minus 10 by 3 meter per second. We can write acceleration of center of mass AC is equal to m1a1 plus m2a2 by m1 plus m2. m1 how much here? 2 kg into minus 10 by 3 plus m2 value 1 into 10 by 3 upward by m1 plus m2, 2 plus 1, 3. So total you can write as minus 10 by 9 meter per second square. This is the acceleration of center of mass of the system. And here he asked to find what is the distance traversed by the center of mass in 2 seconds. So what is the distance traversed formula here? S is equal to ut plus half at square. We are calculating the displacement of center of mass. Means you have to take initial velocity of center of mass and you have to take acceleration of center of mass. Here acceleration of center of mass initially you had taken He said initially two masses are held at rest. Here, initial center of mass velocity 0. Because what is the velocity of center of mass formula? m1v1 plus m2v2 by m1 plus m2. Initial velocity is 0 kabatti velocity of center of mass 0. So 0 into t 0 plus half into acceleration of center of mass minus 10 by 9 meter per second. This minus represents the total center of mass of the system is moving in downward direction into t square, 2 square, 4. Distance covered by center of mass is minus 20 by 9 meter. Here negative sign represents the distance covered by the center of mass is in downward direction.